Network. Reports.
Next, members of the Ahmadiyya community have been telling the BBC Asian Network the findings of a new survey looking at how Islam is perceived in Britain is worrying. According to the poll, nearly half of adults don't think that Islam can coexist with British values. Our reporter Priya Rai has been in Hampshire, where around 30,000 people are expected to gather for the Ahmadiyya Muslim Convention.
Throughout the day, the buzz has been starting to build here at Jalsa Salana. There's a big field of flags flying representing all the countries that are here. So there's definitely that mini festival feel. But I'm here because of this new survey carried out by comrades for the Ahmadiyya community, a sect of Islam. It suggests that 48% of adults in the UK think Islam's not compatible with British values. But when a similar poll was carried out 3 years ago, that figure was up at 56%, suggesting there's been a softening of views. Despite that, according to this year's survey, the religion has a negative view amongst a majority of the British public.
I think these findings quite reinforce the fact that people do have a lot of misunderstandings around Islam.
To get some reaction from these findings, I spoke to Ahmadi Imam Fahad Ahmad.
I think people base their opinions based on the information that they get, and therefore I do think that the role that media has played, the role certain individuals within society who have a lot of influence, the way that they've portrayed societies and different communities, that has not helped.
This new survey is carried out by comrades for the Ahmadiyya community. It suggests that 48% of adults in the UK think Islam's not compatible with British values. When a similar poll was carried out in 2016, that figure was 56%, suggesting there's actually been a slight softening of views. For Basira, this is her fourth time coming to Jalsa, and she's originally from Pakistan.
Yeah, I think I do agree with the perception that the bad acts or acts of violence carried out in the name of Islam, they do give a bad reputation or bad name to Muslims, as that is the thing that is highlighted in the media, and that's how they are mostly represented in the media. But that is only a fraction of Muslims that carry out those extremist activities.
Razwan told me what more can be done to get that message of peace across.
There's a lot of ways where we can make bridges among different races, cultures, societies. There's some isolation, in my view, from Islamic world as well, where we can mingle up. We can create bridges.
This year's survey of over 2,000 people also suggests that nearly 30% think Islam encourages Muslims to carry out acts of violence against non-Muslims. However, nearly 80% agree that acts of extremism carried out in the name of Islam unfairly gives Muslims a bad name. Reem told me about her own personal experience.
Two men, they came across us and they started shouting at us. Even our kids were there and they started swearing at us and saying, go back to your country.
The Ahmadiyya community here say they'll keep sharing their message of peace, but how to make it cut through is a challenge. They want to change how Muslims are portrayed in the media, that's for sure, but there's a sense that there needs to be more education about the religion and what it stands for. Anyone that does come along will be in for a jam-packed weekend. There's talks, singing, exhibitions, and plenty of food to go round.